Hi, I'm Mark Keefe, Editor-in-Chief of American Rifleman Magazine and host of American Rifleman Television. I'm here in an undisclosed location in West Virginia with my good friend Kyle Winterstein. Now, Kyle is the Senior Associate Editor of American Hunter Magazine. And Kyle, you got to do something that, well, I wish I had been able to do. This man took the new Benelli Vinci, what's in this box, for a few days in Argentina for some of the most intense dove shooting you could even imagine to wring this bad boy out. How was it, Kyle?
Well, I do know it's in the box, Mark, and how's this statistic work for you? 3 days, 7,500 shells, 0 failures to feed.
0.
Not a one. Let me tell you, I think once you discover what's in the box, you're really going to like it.
Now this box, I'm not going to tell you where I got it, but there's been a lot of people after this. Now, as I said, we're in an undisclosed location. There's going to be nobody with AKs or vans or screaming tires or anything. And eventually we're going to show you what's in here. What the folks at Benelli have done is really revolutionized the modern shotgun. There are aspects of this gun that we have never seen before, and I have looked at a lot of shotguns over the years. But a shotgun is nothing if it doesn't perform. So this gun in your hands every day, how was it?
Well, it was the ultimate field test. Like I say, 302 boxes of shells in 3 days. It handles as well as any shotgun I've ever used. It's between the hands. At the end of the 3 days, my shoulder was not bruised. I had maybe just a little callus, but I honestly could have continued on.
And that's one of the things that determines whether a shotgun's going to be great or not, how it performs. Now, there's some different looks on this gun. As a matter of fact, one of the guys on the staff, when I kind of slipped up and let the lines of the Vinci come out, he looked at me and said, "Is it supposed to look like that?" And honestly, it is. I mean, this is a new approach, not only in how it's made, but in how it looks. And the jury's still out on whether people will warm up to the looks of this gun like I think they will, but when you get it in your hands, that makes all the difference.
That's really the bottom line. It certainly was not a love at first sight deal for the Vinci and I, but to handle this gun, to get a feel for the ergonomics, is to love it. Yeah, let's open it up.
You know, this is a cool box, but the best part is there's a gun in here. Not only is the box like no other gun case I've seen, but this gun really is unlike any other shotgun that's ever been produced before.
What really jumps out at you right away is the extent to which this gun breaks down. That what Benelli calls the fore-end and trigger group module is so unlike anything you've ever seen.
When you pull this out, I mean,
Look at that.
I mean, this has got what you normally call a lower receiver. You've got your trigger group here in the back. You've got your feeding mechanism here. Then you got your fore-end. It's all one piece. It's molded polymer. They've got the metal parts mounted to it, but never before has this been done in a shotgun.
Now, I'm a guy from the old school that if I use a gun, I clean a gun, and that really makes my life a lot easier.
Yeah,
I can access the trigger group right there.
Yeah, you can get in there, spray it out. I mean, there's no part of this gun that you can't get to. I mean, in seconds, and we'll do that here in a second. Another thing that they did that's really different with this gun is this is your magazine tube. I mean, normally a magazine tube is screwed or pinned or welded or something into a lower receiver. This, your magazine tube, comes right out. It's really simple. You just take it, get a little button there, you push it in, click. Now, the thing that you don't see when you look inside the box, because it's got this pretty cool cover that separates it here, is the heart and soul of this gun. And that, my friend, is very Benelli. You've got a cryogenically treated barrel, something that Benelli's been doing for a while. You've got a simple cylindrical receiver, and then you've got a bolt head that looks like just about every Benelli you've ever seen. Where it gets real different is with the bolt.
Well, Mark, what kind of advantages do you foresee from having the barrel and the receiver all as one piece?
Well, it's interesting. What Benelli has done is make recoil in line with this gun. Most Benellis and other autoloading shotguns have got a tail off the back of the bolt, and it goes into a cup that drops into the butt, and it goes down at an angle. So the recoil force is actually going back and then down into a cup, and that spring is usually down in the buttstock. What they've done, Benelli has put their bolt head on a heavy cylindrical bolt that rides back and forth on a guide rod, And the recoil spring is actually down inside here. The recoil spring does not stick out the back of this gun. So your recoil impulse is straight back, straight forward. It's not directing the forces of recoil down. So it keeps it in line.
I certainly experienced that in Argentina. When they told me I was going on a high volume dove shoot with a 12 gauge, I cringed a little and I tried to pace myself. I already told you how much I shot. I clearly did not.
No.
But the recoil was not only negligible, but very, very linear.
Yeah, of course, Benelli has been a pioneer in recoil management with its Comfort Tech stock system. When you combine this inline bolt system with the Comfort Tech, it's actually a very manageable gun to shoot, even in a 12 gauge. Now, one of the things that having this inline system will do for you is actually allowing you to take a buttstock and make it a module. This is the buttstock for the new Benelli Vinci. And there's some changes to the Comfort Tech system in it. And how did that Comfort Tech work out for you?
I'll tell you, after 7,000 rounds, I had no cherry on my cheek and no bruise on my shoulder, so I was quite satisfied.
Now, one thing that's very cool about this Benelli is it's easy to take apart, easy to figure out. You take your buttstock, you slide it in, you got interrupted threads, and you just rotate it. You got your buttstock on. Then you take your module, I love that word, module, and you line it up so you get this white dot. When you see this white dot, that means something's going to happen. And in this case, all you have to do is line up the white dot that's on the receiver right here with this recess in the stock. You line those two up, then you push down on the whole thing. You got to really put a little bit of weight on it. You got your white dot on top. Rotate it over. There you go.
There you go.
You got your Benelli Vinci. Now, as I said, this gun is unlike anything else. It's so easy to take down, and because it is, I can show you exactly how this whole thing works. You know, it got rid of the standard fore-end that you normally see on a gun. It got rid of the lower receiver, kind of built them into one piece. The way they were able to get away with doing that is really this notch right here. There's a lug on our magazine tube, and it's cool because the magazine tube comes out so easy. This notch right here really holds the whole thing together. This is screwed onto the barrel, and if you see on the tube right here, you've got this lug that rotates into that slot, and that holds everything together. Now, you've also got on the inside of the fore-end, you've got this plate in here that locks into these dovetails. So what it does is secures the fore-end, and then you've got tension and recesses here that secure it at the back. But that's what holds the whole thing together. All right, Kyle, you think there's anything else we need to talk about in here?
I think all there's left to do is shoot it, Mark.
Well, you know how much I hate that.
You know, when a lot of gun makers call a gun revolutionary, they're pretty much full of it. They just changed something. But the Vinci is real, and it is revolutionary. There's never been a gun like it, and it's going to be a trendsetter for years to come.